Very good. All right. So welcome everybody. Good morning. And I wanted
Good
to talk
morning,
to
everybody.
everyone
Good morning and
today
welcome to the
about
Michigan Notary Network.
how to
Today, our
use
leader
artificial
is Deborah
intelligence
Lowry,
to
who has
enhance
put in a
your
lot of
notary
time
business.
to come to you and tell you about
So
Chatgpt.
we're
Take it
going
away,
to
Deb.
have a run through a few things really quickly because I want to have time at the end to be able to do a demo and answer any questions that you may have. But we're going to talk about how do clients find you, what is SEO, how can it improve, and how can you improve your ranking. Content is what drives people to you, and a lot of us are just not good at content creation, so we're going to let go and let AI help us, and then we're going to have the live demo. So starting off, we're talking about how do clients usually find what they're looking for? So like most people, they are doing a Google search. They will type it in the search or Bing or whatever other Firefox, Mozilla, whatever. They're doing a online search for whatever service that they need, whether it's a plumber or auto repair or a notary. They will drop a post in a forum. I see a lot of chats in the or posts in the Ferndale forum that I'm a part of, where people are always looking for who can shovel my snow, whatever. So that's a great place to put posts. And then word of mouth. So you have to make sure you let everybody know that you are a notary. That's how word gets around. So if you want to be where people are, so you need to have a website or a Google My Business profile. You can be on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can't be found if you're not out there. So we're going to look at some options. Most of the social media options are free, which is great. And this tool that we're going to look at today is also free. And this is the first of 3 sessions that I want to have. This one is going to be content creation. The next one is going to be how to pretty up this content that you've gotten created. And then the third one is going to be how to pre-schedule the content so that you're not trying to do it every day. Like it gets overwhelming. So I'm going to try to show you ways to make it easier for yourself. All right, so how do clients find you? Well, they do a lot of keyword searches. A lot of times people are searching for mobile notary, notary near me, online notary, virtual notary, those kind of things. So it's good to have those keywords in your searches. They are looking for, they'll maybe looking, Googling, they hit your website. You want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly, because a lot of times people aren't sitting at their computer, they're on their cell phone. So if your website isn't optimized for a mobile device, they're just probably going to pivot away and go find the next option. Or if it takes a long time for your pages to load, I mean, just think of how many times have you gone to click on something and it took a long time for it to render and you're just like, screw it, I'm just going to go somewhere else. That's the same thing that can happen on your website. So you want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly. Another way for clients to find you is to consistently post high quality content. So that's going to be the crux of what we're going to talk about today, as well as hashtags that you could use. Now, you may know some, hashtag notary, hashtag Michigan notary, but you need to probably broaden the hashtags to rake in more of those.
Deb,
Yes.
Deb, you're freezing up.
I'm breaking up. All right. Let me turn my camera off.
You're freezing up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That'll help.
All right. Hopefully that'll be better. All right. Can you hear me now? Am I better?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. So you want to use social media, to help drive people towards you. And when you drive people towards you, that helps your website influence your SEO or your ranking in the search engine optimization. So for content, that is the hard thing. It would, at least it is for me. I think I would rather have 10 paper cuts on each hand than to have to sit down and try to figure out how to write 10 pieces of content. So this tool that we're going to look at today is absolutely going to help you with that. But some examples, blog posts are a great way to regularly add fresh content and relevant content to your webpage. But you have to make sure that your blog posts are well written and informative and optimized for relevant keywords. Infographics are another great option for you. Now, ChatGPT probably won't be the best. Infographics are more visual. So the next session that we're going to do, we'll take the content that you would create here and make it pretty, which we could turn into an infographic. But infographics are very informative, and they're visually appealing to the way the information is displayed. And you can easily share that on social media. Videos are very popular on the web, and creating relevant videos for your business can help attract visitors to your site. And then, of course, there's social media platforms. They're a great way to promote your business. And they give you a higher level of visibility. But you want to make sure that you're posting regularly. That's where a lot of us, if we come up with the content, then we're not posting. So you have to post and then post regularly to keep your search engine optimization up. You want to make sure that your keywords and your hashtags are there so that your posts are more discoverable. There's also emails that you can craft to specifically target specific audiences like estate planning attorneys. And then connection responses. This is something that we probably don't take advantage of enough, is like on LinkedIn, when somebody reaches out and said, hey, I want to connect, and you accept, and then there's nothing. You want to make sure that you are always responding back to them. It is such a much more pleasing interaction when you get something back that says, hey, nice to meet you. Let's schedule a one-on-one. It just lets you know that you're making that connection. It's just not like going into oblivion. So those are pieces of content that we can absolutely create in Chatgpt. So how can you create this high quality content consistently? Chatgpt, that's what we talked about. So again, this is the first of 3 sessions that we're going to do on content and how to use it to better your business. So what is it? What's all the buzz about? So ChatGPT is artificial intelligence. Yes, it is here. If you ever seen the Terminator and there was like Sky Company or whatever, and they're taking over the world, this is that kind of AI. It starts here, and it is very intelligent, and ChatGPT is very robust. It speaks, it puts out, the output is in conversational text. So when you're asking a question, it's going to give you a response, and it is high quality. It's coherent. It sounds like natural language. It was just released to the public on November 30th of 2022. So you may have heard of it because there's been a lot of buzz, or you may not have heard of it because you're just not in tune to it. But if you haven't, here it is, and you will hear more about ChatGPT. So you might as well get on the train now and start learning and take advantage while it's still free. Um, let's see. And it uses it calls upon information that is out in the universe that is in text format. It's not doing a Google search. So it's if you type something in Chat GPT and type the same thing in Google, you're not going to get the same thing. It's not ripping that information off of Google. It is actually creating the content within itself. And I've tested it. I've gone in and asked the same question 3 different times and gotten 3 similar but slightly different responses each time, which is remarkable in my opinion. Okay, so let's take a look at the next slide. All right, so it is impressive for sure, but it is not perfect. ChatGPT has its limitations. It has access to a vast amount of text, but its knowledge is limited to what has been written about in the past. It cannot learn about events or facts that have not yet been recorded in text. It also can generate text based on patterns that it's learned from large amounts of data, but it doesn't have common sense. It's not a person, it's a machine. It's algorithms and coding. So it's some of the responses may sound nonsensical or be inaccurate. So you have to do your due diligence and read, edit, take that content and make it your own, because it is not going to know everything. Sometimes ChatGPT has a hard time understanding context. So you might type something in, request something, type it in, and then it might say, I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's very polite, but it is not a person, and you will have to restate your request in order for it to put out a good response. So the better your questions, the better the response is going to be. The more specific, but keep in mind, for like us notaries in Michigan, it doesn't know Michigan law. So you could ask it a question like, how much can a notary charge? And it might tell you a notary can charge $25 because maybe it's in text in Virginia that's what they can charge. It doesn't apply here. So again, you have to be very, very careful, because ultimately you are responsible for any content that you publish that's got your name on it. Your name is stamped to that. So you want to make sure, you have to make sure that you are putting out valid content. It also has the potential to put out biased or harmful output or inaccurate output. I'll give you an example. If I ask it, what's the best way for me to not pay taxes? It might give me a bunch of ideas on how not to pay taxes, which I bet you are illegal. And I wouldn't do that. So again, you have to make sure that you are looking at the content that it puts out or that it gives you, and make sure that it's accurate, that it is relevant, that it applies to you as a notary. Yes, Leslie.
I think it's safe to say this is not an information site, it's a journalism site, correct?
I would say that if any of you have seen it's not just journalism, like there are people doing like math algorithms and they're writing code, and it's more of a idea supplier or a answer
There
supplier.
you go.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
think.
but it's not to get to gain information like an encyclopedia. It's to help you write. Am I correct? It's to help you formulate things, but not to, it's not like Google where you go, hey, what's the best thing for a swollen ankle? It's not that. But if you need to write an article on a swollen ankle, then you would go in and say something like, um, I need to inform people on how to handle the situation if they fall and their ankle is swollen. So it's that kind of thing where you already have some idea of what the output might be, but it's writing it in a way that you might not be able to do it yourself.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So again, the better, more specific questions that you ask, it'll produce better quality. And there's a typo there. I see it, Leslie. So don't tell me. It'll produce better quality responses. Um, don't just copy and paste chat GPT content, edit it, make it your own. Um, the one kind of cool thing about chat GPT is you can ask for different types of content, and we're going to do that in the demo. We're going to ask for a blog, we're going to ask for a social media posts, we're going to ask for some hashtags, and then you can ask for different tone of speech. So you can ask to make something, give me a funny email to market to an estate planning attorney, or give me a serious blog post on the dangers of senior citizens letting their ID expire. You can create just it's immeasurable the amount of content that you can create by using GTE, but or G Chat GPT, not GTE. But you want to make it your own. So take what they give you, massage it, do whatever it is that you need to do to make it your own. Change up the words or rearrange some sentences or take something out, add some new stuff in that is in your own words. But it is a good base to start with, especially for those, if you're like me, that struggle. I struggle. Like I'm on YouTube, but it's hard. This whole presentation came from Chat GPT. I Googled what I needed, or not Googled, I requested it, and it spit it out, and I cut and paste into this presentation. And it didn't take that long. So just know that it is helpful. And it's easy, super easy to use. And again, there's a free version that you can use. However, because Chat GPT is so popular, you may not be able to get access every time that you log in. Sometimes you'll go in and it may say, I'm sorry, we're unavailable. Chat GPT is unavailable. Please check back later. But they have started a paid version, which is $20 a month. So if you feel the need that you want to pay for it, then there's an option. But I would always suggest that you try the free version before you chunk down any money to get started. All right, so I'm going to stop my share, and before we do the demo, I'll just ask, are there any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. You repeated a couple times that we should make it our own. Are you saying if we just copy and paste it, that's plagiarism?
I'm not saying that, but I am saying that anything that you post that you are putting out as yours, you should make it yours. You should customize it. It should sound like you. It should feel like you, because what your presence is out in the universe, that is your perception. That's how people are going to perceive you. And people are going to do
Okay.
business with people that they like, trust, and know, like, and trust.
And
So,
respect.
and respect. So you want to make sure that that is the kind of content that you're putting out there in the universe to draw people in.
Okay. All right. So I know there's people thinking, oh, my kids are in school. Could they write a paper with this? And we need to address how that might look if the kids use it to write a term paper. Can you talk about that a little bit before we move on? I know this is about advertising, but I know people's minds are in more places than just
Yeah.
where ours is.
Yeah. That I don't want to go down a whole different rabbit hole, because it's not notary related. But there have been lots of news stories. I've seen at least four in this month. So it's February 20th. I've seen at least four news segments on Chatgpt and how college students are using it to pass exams and write papers, and what colleges are going to do to try to circumvent it. I've seen some that say, you know what, it's probably not a bad thing. It might help teach the kids how to be better writers. So they're the judge and jury are still out on that. This is technology is way too new to have any definitive, yes or no, any kind of weight distributed on it right now, but it's out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
And I just I want to just one more thing on it.
Mhm.
So if you are, if you're using ChatGPT for posting and then people meet you in person and you're not anywhere near the level, because Debbie has sent some things to me while we were putting this together. And I'm like, whoa, that is way more professional than I am. And she's like, it's ChatGPT. But she did make it her own, and she is very professional, way more professional than I am, just saying. But if somebody were to talk to you in person and compare it to the email that you might have sent, and it's two different things, you lose respect. And people do business with people they like, trust, and respect. You need to remain respectable. So if you aren't a content creator and you use Chat GPT and then they meet you in person and you don't speak the same language, the same level, because it can get really, really, really like big words, make sure you're redoing it so that it does sound like you. Okay. Ms. Taylor, did you have a question?
Yes, so I wanted to know, can ChatGPT help me with creating my website? And I'm not talking about like the pictures and stuff. I'm talking about the technical part of my website.
It's not going to help you set it up, but it could help you create content
No, so,
for it.
okay, because there are some things I don't understand, like on Wix, like when it says it tells me some technical things and asks me some questions, like which I don't really understand. I don't even know what an SEO is. So, and there are some things that I need assistance with, but I don't even know what it means. So other than paying somebody.
I'm going to go with no. That's not what this is for. It's for content creation, but it is not for, it's not your end all be all information source for whatever you're doing. You might still have to hire somebody to help you put your website together.
Oh, no, I don't need that. I'm talking about the technical part. But you said it codes. I heard that it codes. So if it can code, it does have some tech information, right?
You know what? I would say go ahead and try it. I'm not using it to build my website. So try it. Ask it a question and see what answer it gives you. And just know that
If
you
it
have
knows
to,
about the technical.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't know. I haven't seen your website. I don't know what the questions are, but it's a free tool and you have the ability to go out there and just ask it questions and see what it responds with.
Tells me. Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
Not from me.
All right, so we're gonna jump into a demo. So let me just get my screen together here 1 second. So
Thanks, Jerry.
all right, so you guys can see the screen. Chatgpt. It is owned or produced by a company called OpenAI. So when you go to search for it, it is openai.com, Chatgpt, and this is what the screen looks like. Now you can try it. And it's going to do a little check. And then it's going to come. I want you all to see the landing page when it opens up, because it okay, so see here it says we're experiencing high demand. Please hang tight. We're working on scaling our system. So this would tell you that it's busy and you can't get in right now. But that's okay, because I'm already in on my other screen. I just wanted you all to see that it tells you in advance that their goal, what their goal is. It's always to improve their system, and that even though they have safeguards in place, the system may generate incorrect or misleading information or produce offensive or biased content. So just like I said earlier, you've got to be aware of that. It tells you how they collect their data. Conversations may be reviewed by our AI trainers to help improve the system. So they're constantly trying to improve the system, make it more user friendly. A lot of companies use this technology when you're on like I use it for Sprint. When I have to call in the Sprint or do the chat thing, it pops up. Like, it's conversational. It's like, hi, how can I help you today? And you're typing in, I got a problem with my bill. And then it'll give you a list of questions. Like, this is that technology, but now it's in your hands for you to use. Okay. And of course they want feedback. Okay. So on the main screen here, it gives you some examples of questions that you could ask. You can say, hey, give me creative ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday party. So again, you don't have to use this for only for your notary business. Your parents got an anniversary coming up. Hey, give me some cool ideas for an anniversary party. Or, you can use it outside of that. The capabilities. It remembers what users said in an earlier conversation. It allows you to ask follow-ups or make corrections. And it's trained to decline inappropriate requests. So I'm not going to test that. You guys can do that on your own if you want. But again, to point out the limitations, because it's very important. I know some people will probably just say, yes, the answers to my prayers have come into fruition, and they're just going to copy and paste and be done. Remember, there are limitations. It can generate incorrect information. It may produce information that's harmful. And again, it has limited knowledge. It doesn't know very much after 2021. So a lot of stuff happened before 2021, and it can speak to that. But if you're trying to ask about a news story that happened yesterday, it's not going to know. All right, so we're gonna I already wrote down some questions. Let me, on my other screen, pull up my questions that I'm going to cut and paste, and we're going to just we're going to do some examples here. So one of my questions is, well, it's really not a question. It's a demand. I want to ask it down here. Let's see. Oh, crap. Hold on. Let me go back. You know what? We're just going to flip over here. This one is mine. That was a demo one. All right. So I'm just going to type in, or I need a list of 20 Notary Public related hashtags that I can use in my social media posts. So there you go. It's just gonna list them all out. You can start popping that in your content. Look at that, 20, boom, and that took 4 seconds.
And
Go ahead.
none of them say notary near me. And that's the one thing that Google keeps telling me, the only thing people search is notary near me. Never forget notary near me in your hashtags.
That's good. You'll notice that over here on the left, my other left, the left side, your content is there. So let's see, when I was doing my Chatgpt presentation this morning, like I can go back and here's the information that I asked. Create a presentation for Chatgpt that I present to my notary group. Explain what it is, what the limitations are, and why it's so popular. I need at least 12 sides with talking points. And then it spit out, it didn't actually give me 12, it only gave me 9, not quite 9. But you can see that it gives you a good amount of data.
That's amazing.
So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to say, give me, oh, I'm sorry. I need this. I need new chat. Here we go. Give me 3 social media posts that promote the benefits of using mobile notaries. Make them funny.
I like it. Notary on the go. It's like they know you.
I know, right?
Hello, couch potatoes. Oh my God. That's awesome.
So it's amazing. It really is amazing. So again, content. That's 3 posts right there that once I tweak it and in our next session, we're going to use Canva. We're going to go in and look at Canva's another free tool, how to make it pretty. And then in our 3rd session, we're going to use a tool called Buffer, which is also free. And Buffer will allow us to pre-schedule. So let's say on Saturday mornings, you want to get up and you want to create all your content for 1 week. You can schedule everything and it'll automatically post. Then you don't have to do it every day or every other day or however you whatever your schedule, regular schedule is, you can get it all done. So I'm going to show you the tools and how to set it up to make your life easier, because it's hard enough learning how to be a notary than all the other stuff that comes along with it. So take advantage of the tools that are out. It doesn't have to be super, super hard. All right, let me give you another one.
Why don't you type in something about if they can change or figure out the website, how to build a website or something, just to see if, to answer her question now.
Who was that? Ms. Taylor, do you want to give me a technical, one of the questions that you wanted answered?
To go on, let me see, I would have to go on my website because the technical information, let me see if I can go on Wix.
Why don't you type in, while we're waiting, type in, how do I build an e-commerce website? Just see what it gives us.
Okay, so Wix.
So it's not actually giving us the how to do it. It's telling us what to do.
So like
Okay.
when okay. So like when I go on Wix and it says stuff about marketing and SEO, like I have no idea what that stuff is. So it'll tell me to like create an email campaign. I don't even know what that is.
Ms. Taylor, I hate to say it, but I think you need to take a marketing class, maybe a social media marketing class. All of those questions are very basic.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hire somebody because I ain't got time like that.
And you know what? That's good
I'll
too.
probably
But
just hire somebody, but I'll
yeah, SEO is search engine optimization, and it's what you put in to get people to get your website seen. So when you go to Google and you type in something like restaurants near me, people will pay or do certain things to make their results come up at the top as opposed to buried on page 4. That's SEO. So those hashtags are actually things that create your SEO, your search engine optimization, so that you come up on top. And it's important to know how to do that when you're a notary, because there's over 100 and I think, what did we say the other day, 130,000 notaries in Michigan. So you have to consider there's probably 10,000 within 200 miles of you or 100 miles of you. So you have to know that search engine optimization, SEO, so you can be at the top, so you can be the one that's searched. So it's what you put in there that makes your SEO come up higher.
Yeah, now I'll probably just ask Chatgpt. It'll ask me these questions at SEO stuff. And I'll just ask Chatgpt and see what it says first. I'll ask the robot whatever.
There you go.
Whatever it don't help me with, I will probably just go up to the college here and grab me a little student for a cheap price.
Yep. There's you can hire somebody you don't know, like Fiverr, FIVRR, or you can there are social media experts all over Michigan. If you want to hire somebody you know, seriously, just put it out on your own Facebook page. Hey, I need somebody to help me build a website, and you'll get 20 people say they know how to do it. So
yeah, I'm gonna go up to the college.
There you go. Go to the college. Hire a
College
student.
right across the street.
Perfect. Yep, for sure. Okay. Sorry, Deb. Go ahead.
So now I forgot which one I copied.
We lost your voice, Deb. Somehow your voice is
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now you're better. Yes, thank you.
All right, so now I'm going to ask it to write an email to an estate planning attorney to explain why mobile notaries are essential to take their business to the next level.
All right.
Okay, here we go. All right, enter. And it will actually spit it out in email format. So literally you can, put in your person's name and then massage it. And you could say, make it funny, make it more serious. You can take this in a lot of different directions. But the content it's good. But you want to read through it, make sure that it is, there's nothing erroneous or harmful in there. And see how quick it does that. Look at that content. Boom. And then you see it'll be over here. So you can always come back and revisit the content. It's the first thing we did, the 20 hashtags. So they're all over here. They live over here. And so you can always come back and look at them later. Okay. All right, let me do, like 13 minutes left. So I'll do one more. And then we'll stop and we'll see if there's any questions. This time we're going to do, I'm going to request a blog post. for 500 words on how mobile notaries are revolution. You know what? I'm going to do. Let me do this one. I'm going to do a different one. Write a blog post explaining the difference between a traditional notary and a remote online notary. So I'm curious because I don't know how much it knows about remote online notaries. But you can see it's just spitting out. I'm hoping it says something erroneous so we can call it out. So in this one, it talks about verifies the identity, but it didn't get specific like KBA or biometrics. It didn't dive that deep down into.
Oh, they do. They get there in the next part.
Oh, look at that. Okay. There it is. Multi-factor authentication, facial recognition. Yep. Digital signature seals. All right. And it's 500 words. Boom. And that took less than a minute. So again, this is amazing. Use it to your advantage. It can help you learn how to come up with different ideas. I mean, you still have to come up with the question to ask it, but then it may spark additional ideas. So anytime the thought pops in your head, jot it down because you'll probably forget, the thing that you want to ask it later. And then just compile a list. And then if it's easier for you, take, 2 hours, in a morning and get a bunch of content to get, created. You don't have to do anything with it right then and there. It's all here in your menu. You can go back to it later. And the next time we meet, we're going to take this and make it pretty. And I'll show you how to make some email templates. So if anybody's using Outlook, I use Outlook. I can create a template and send out emails. And then you can, customize them. This is the blog post. You can, let me go back to this one. Put the person's name in and customize it for each person that you're mailing a letter to. So we're going to look at all that and help you guys come up with new ideas, different ways to just enhance your business, get the creative juices flowing, and maybe have some fun. Like it should be fun. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So a lot of times it's not fun because you don't know what you don't know. Like Ms. Taylor, she doesn't know how to do the things that it's asking her for. But so it's probably not fun right now. But once it clicks and you start getting it going, it'll be fun. It should be fun. All right, so I will stop my share, but if anybody has any questions about ChatGPT, well, I still got it up. Let's hear it.
I don't know, it's a game changer,
Mm-hmm.
It'll help you out a lot, especially if you're just starting out. And if you've been doing it a while and you just need some fresh ideas or whatever.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Appreciate y'all.
You're welcome.
Who created ChatGPT?
Well, I can tell you that it was originally it had something to do with Elon Musk, and then he kind of stepped back, and I think Microsoft might have a partial ownership in it now.
Can
But
you
again,
ask,
that's a question.
can you
we
ask
could-
ChatGPT who created ChatGPT?
Oh, I know that was
Um, yeah, it was Elon Musk and somebody else. Sam Altman
that's the guy. Yep.
is the guy who took it over. Yeah.
So
Whoever did, thank you so much for that. Thank you, Deb, for putting this together.
Yep.
That was really actually eye-opening and helpful. Can I assume by what it looked like on the screen that you decided to go ahead and pay the $20 a month for this, the use of this?
So I did, but only because I knew I was presenting today and I didn't want to run the risk of it saying we're too busy, check back later. I didn't want to screw it up.
Right.
So,
Right. Got it.
so yeah, my membership will expire. And if I need to, I can always pay the $20, but all the $20 get you is you always have access. You don't get the sorry, we're busy, come back later
Okay.
message. So
I think $20 a month is actually worth it. That is a very small amount to pay for advertising, especially if it's going to be effective. I will caution anybody who doesn't actually know how to do effective advertising, that if anything is too wordy, they're not going to read it. So sometimes you want to keep it to a minimum. If you're doing advertising, if you ever noticed on Facebook when you are putting an ad together or putting whatever, when you're just posting anything about yourself, sometimes it says see more. And so you have to click for it to drop down. If you want more views, whatever, you have to have, okay, pictures are what's going to draw people in. So pictures of people, pictures of animals and babies. Those are the things that really draw people in. That's what draws people attention. I can't speak. Don't ever post your customers without their permission. Post yourself, post your fellow notaries. That's great. Post your hand signing something. That's a good thing to maybe put the cat on the table next to you. Because, animals are all over the place. I went to a house yesterday and they have a dog and the girl goes, I hate dogs. I was like, you have a dog. But I really wanted to post a picture of like a video of her saying, I hate dogs while she's loving this dog. It was just amusing. Anyway, things to get the attention. But when you are posting pictures with words, make sure you put enough words so they have to hit see more. So it's got to be interesting enough that they want to see more. If they see more, that increases your algorithm. That makes more people see it. You clicked on it, you care, someone else cares, then more people see it. Just some little things about how to get your insights higher. That's what that is. So,
Hey,
Debbie, I really
Deb,
appreciate you doing this. Thanks.
is it possible for you to one day soon maybe do a quick Monday morning or something on how you did that advertisement? Because that was cool.
which
The one
advertisement?
that you showed earlier, you used snippets of whatever it told you, and then you put your pictures on there and stuff.
Oh, that's in the next one with Canva, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, I just
Yeah.
use PowerPoint for this
And
one,
I
but
would-
yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Because I want to learn how to do the Canva. I don't need to do the pro, but I can't even get through the beginner. So,
Okay. I'm not that good in Canva. I use PowerPoint a lot, so it might be a mix between Canva. I use Canva, but I struggle a little bit. But I can kind of show you some easy things to do and show you some of the posts that I've done. And then that way it might spark some ideas. And I use pictures in my post and dogs. I like dogs. I like cats too, but I think dogs are more adorable. So just easy things that you can do. Yes, I will do that. All right. Any other questions? Anybody
Thank you,
using
ma'am.
ChatGPT? Anybody using it now? I know somebody on here is. I'm just waiting to see if they speak up. Leslie's doing it.
You mean besides me?
Besides
Yes, I
you,
use it.
yeah, Celine
Oh,
uses
Celine,
it.
you're using it?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. That's cool. What have you used it for?
Oh, pretty much everything. A lot of the stuff Deb was putting up for like blogs and stuff, and just helping me with some of my Instagram and Twitter posts and stuff like that. So anything that I'm thinking of, any ideas for marketing and stuff like that. Yeah, I use it for a lot of stuff. I'm in there almost every day, so I don't get locked out.